Good morning, everyone. Students, in the previous class, we have completed our chapter number 9, Financial Management. Okay, today we are starting our next chapter, Financial Market. So, we have to understand its meaning, financial market. So, let's talk about the market first. Well, we go to the market, and market is the place where the people, the shopkeepers, they are the mediators between the manufacturer and customers. They are providing us the items. Okay, they are buying it from either from the manufacturer or from the wholesalers and providing to the customers. So that place is termed as a market. All right, we have a churi market and Knot place. I mean, throughout the world, in the country, throughout the world and country, you will find so many markets are there. So all the markets are playing the same role. Here it's nothing more than the finance. Okay, this is also a market. We get the finance in this market. All right, so we are going to study means what is the market of finance, from which sources we get the finance. All right, so here it is explaining financial market is a link between saver and borrower. See, in the normal market, the producers and the customers were there, right? In financial market, finance will be provided by somebody and this will be used by somebody, right? So who are the providers? They are the savers, like you and me, right? The countryman, they are saving their amount and they are keeping it in the bank, either in the saving account or some other methods are there, we have already discussed, right? So they are saving their money and keeping in the bank or in the different markets, we will study here in detail, right? So they are the providers, saver, they are saving the money. And another one is borrower. This is the bank, we have kept our savings here, and the people who need money, right, who want to borrow, so they approach the bank and they can borrow from the bank. So bank, or you can say this is only one unit of this market. Bank is only one shop in the market. Okay, so many other shops are there, means another units are there which are providing you the finance. All right, so savers keep their savings in the bank and borrowers, they borrow from the bank. Okay, so this is your financial market. This is one shop in the market, means one unit. All right, so just listen carefully. So this market transfers the money or capital from those who have surplus money to those who are in need of investment. Okay, generally the investors are called surplus units. Okay, investors means you and me, they are called the surplus unit. We have a surplus amount, that's why we are investing in different kind of securities, right? In the shares, debentures, bank, mutual funds, and so many other things are there. And business enterprises are called deficit units. Deficit unit means surplus, those who are saving and providing to the market, and deficit unit means who are borrowing. जैसे कि business है, business को पैसा चाहिए, they approach the bank and different shops in the market and they are availing. So financial market transfers money supply from surplus unit to the deficit unit. Have you understood, students? Financial market is what it is, supplying from the surplus unit to the deficit unit. मार्केट का काम मीडिएटर का है, सरप्लस यूनिट से लेकर डेफिशिट यूनिट यानी कि मींस कॉमन मैन से लेकर बिजनेस को ये प्रोवाइड कराता है. ठीक है, so financial market acts as a link between surplus and deficit unit and brings together the borrower and lender. I hope it is very clear. Now, there are mainly two ways through which the funds can be allocated, via bank and financial market, right? Students, two things are there, two methods are there. The first one is your bank and second one is your financial market. Okay. Now, the households who are the surplus units may keep their savings in bank. They may buy securities from capital market. The banks and financial market both in turn lend the funds to the business firm, which is called deficit unit. All right, students, they have divided the whole market in two parts. One is your bank and another one is your financial market, which is containing certain other units. Very soon we will talk about it. Okay, and both these units, they play the role of the mediator between the savers and deficit unit. Savers, the customers, I mean we are the people who are keeping our savings there, right? We are investing investors, and deficit unit means the business units who are borrowing from the financial market, right? So here we have the functions of financial market, right? Means which role is played by the financial market, what work the financial market is doing, all right? So functions, the first important one, mobilizing of savings and channelizing them into the most productive users. Okay, so playing the role of a mediator, mobilization of savings को mobilize करना means जिनके पास surplus है उनसे लेके जिनके पास deficit है means who want to borrow, providing to them. Okay, so financial market act as a link between saver and investor. Financial markets transfer saving of savers to most appropriate investment opportunities. All right, that's nothing more than the thing which we have explained. Next is facilitate price discovery. This finds out the price of the thing. Price of anything depends upon the demand and supply. You must have gone through in your economics. Means we determine the price where your demand and supply curve intersects each other. Okay, so demand and supply of financial assets and securities in financial market help in deciding the price of various financial securities. Price of the financial security means at what rate you are borrowing. When you borrow some money, so you have to pay the rate of interest. So what will be the rate of interest? That depends upon the demand and supply. Means how much borrowers are there in the market. Either the more borrower are there or the less are there. Okay, and how much supply is there, means how much finance is available in the financial market. And quite naturally the same system works of the demand and supply. If the borrowers are more, right, and supply is less, means less amount is there in the market and borrowers are more, so the rate of interest will high. Okay, and vice versa, if less borrower are there and the more finance is available, so rate of interest will be less. Next is provide liquidity to financial assets. So in financial market, financial securities can be brought and sold easily to financial market, provides a platform to convert securities in cash, right students? Provide liquidity to financial assets means here you can sell out your securities and you can convert it into cash very soon. Okay, now reduce the cost of transaction. Financial market provides complete information regarding price, availability and cost of various financial security. It's not only one place from where we can avail the finance. Different sources are there. I mean different shops are there from where you can buy. So which shop is providing at which price, means आपको कोई garment लेना है तो different 5 shops are there. So all these 5 shops you have to compare. First you compare, okay, before purchasing. Means this is selling at 200, 210, 190, 250. So what is the quality, what are the features, and where you have to pay the minimum price. Okay, so you don't have to compare these things. So this is the market from where you are purchasing finance. Okay, you are borrowing finance, so there is a cost of this finance in the way of rate which you have to pay, rate of interest, right? So now you don't have to compare, they have done this thing already, so you don't have to spend the money on this. Okay, so reduce the cost of transaction is explaining financial market provides complete information regarding its price, availability and cost of various financial security. So investors and companies don't have to spend much on getting this information as it is readily available in financial market, right students? They don't have to spend time and money, it is already readily available in the market. Okay, so here we have completed the functions of financial market, and here the keywords are given, so you must go through these keywords also. This is quite helpful in learning. Okay, so keep marking like this students, mark the important line. This is helpful at the time of revision when you are short of time, and you know when the test is going to take place after 5 minutes, your teacher gives you 5 minutes to revise, so that way this technique works, so you can revise the key lines. Okay, so it's good for you. Well, here we should see the classification on this page. Classification of the financial market. Till now we were talking that so many shops are available. Okay, so how do we divide the financial market? So financial market can be broadly classified in 2 parts. The first one is your capital market and second one is your money market. Okay, Capital market is containing so many things, and this is the money market, which is containing one thing only, that is market for short term. Okay, so let's talk about the capital market. Capital market, you have two kind of sectors in the capital market. First one is your primary sector, and second one is your secondary sector. Students, you must understand this chart very well. Okay, financial market divided in two parts. One is your capital market, second one is your money market. Okay, capital market is further classified in two parts, primary market and secondary market. प्राइमरी मार्केट वो होता है प्राइमरीली जहाँ से आपको फाइनेंस मिलता है. We have studied in 11th standard also, means companies they can have the finance from equity shares and debentures. ठीक है, so वो एक आपका मार्केट है, तो वो आपका प्राइमरी मार्केट है, where you can have the finance or where you can have the capital. इसको हम कैपिटल ही बोलते हैं ना, owners fund and borrowed fund, if you remember. So this is equity and debts. Equity means your equity share capital, preference share capital, and debts means your borrowings from the debentures. Okay, so this is a primary market and is a part of the capital market. Okay, secondary market hota hai aapka stock exchange. This is the place where initially these are issued by the company. Any company is launching its shares first time, okay, or later on it is issuing second time. So whenever company is issuing the shares in the market or issuing the debentures, so that is considered as a primary market. Okay, companies are issuing the capital, I mean acquiring the capital from the primary market through equity and debts. All right, now these shares are already circulating in the market. Company has already issued these shares and debentures. Later on these can be purchased by anybody. We know that in companies, in the public company especially, not private company. So in public company your shares are transferable, easily transferable, means easily you can sell and purchase the share. So this work is done in the secondary market, and secondary market is conducted or known by the stock exchange. Okay students, stock exchange might be knowing, okay, जहाँ पे आप shares and debentures को sell and purchase करते हैं. And here is your money market, means market for short term debts, means for the 12 months you arrange the money, and banks generally comes in this. Okay, so let's discuss this money market first. Money market is a short one, so we are taking it first, and capital market they have given later on, because we have to discuss so many things here. Okay, so here the money market. So money market is a market for short-term funds meant for use for a period up to 1 year. All right. Generally, money market is the source of finance for working capital. See, if you need the money for 1 year, so that is for working capital, because working capital is that which we require for 12 months maximum. Okay, and if we require money for more than 12 months, so that comes for the medium-term finance, not for the short-term. Okay. So transactions of money market include lending and borrowing of cash for a short period of time, and also sale and purchase of securities having 1 year or which get redeemed within 1 year period. All right students, so I hope it is clear where you are lending and borrowing for 1 year maximum. Okay, so money market is not a fixed geographical area, but it constitutes all organizations and institutions which deal with short term debts. It's not, there is no fixed geographical area कि आप एक particular जगह पे करेंगे. It can be from anywhere, it can be from the bank, it can be from any other source also. Okay, but the main thing is कि they are dealing with the short term debts only. The common institutions are Reserve Bank of India, State Bank of India, and other commercial banks. Especially the banks are working in the money market, and of course LIC, GIC, UTI. Okay, this is general insurance. LIC, GIC, UTI, and etc. Many of these institutions deal on telephone and fax only, means personally you don't have to go. Their dealings are done generally on the telephonic conversation. Okay, now features of money market, what specialties it is containing. Well, market for the short term we have talked many times. Second one, no fixed geographical location, anywhere you can have it. Third one, major institutions involved in money market are RBI, commercial banks, LIC, GIC, so and so we have talked. Common instruments of money market are called call money, treasury bill, CP, CD, commercial banks, commercial bills and all. Okay, so these are the modes by which we can avail this money, right? Money market, how is it working? Here these are the instruments, okay, and the name of these instruments are call money, treasury bill, this is CP, commercial papers, commercial deposits, commercial bills, so and so. Okay, so what are these things we will be discussing in detail now. Okay, this is certificate of deposit. CD is your certificate of deposit, not the commercial deposit. Okay, so students, here the first instrument, the features we have talked. The fourth point, it has talk about the instruments. Various instruments are there through which we can arrange the money in this market. So we are discussing one by one. First one is your call money. Students, call money, generally this transactions takes place between the bank. So interbank transactions are there. Here the banks are helping each other. Okay, this is the matter between the bank. If one bank need finance for a few days or for 1 day or 2 day, so they contact to another bank. So another banks, they are helping, these two banks are helping each other. Suppose bank A needs finance from for 2 days, so bank B is helping bank A internally, okay, because they also have to maintain their cash flow and their working capital requirement, right, and the minimum cash they have to keep. So sometimes these banks also require money, they are short of finance, so they may take help from other banks for a few days. Okay, and of course they have to pay the interest also. The interest rate also depends upon the situations and circumstances. So let's see in detail. So the money borrowed or lent on demand for a short period, which is generally 1 day. Okay, Sundays and other holidays are excluded for this purpose. Sundays and other holidays, when the banks are closed, so no transactions are done, so generally we don't include these days. Mostly banks use call money. Okay, when one bank faces temporary shortage of cash, then the bank with surplus cash lends to bank in shortage for 1 or 2 days. Okay students, one bank may feel shortage for a short time of the period, temporary shortage one is facing, so another bank who has the money in surplus, so he can help the bank who is in shortage. Okay, so call money is called interbank call money market. But even other organizations such as insurance companies, mutual fund companies, etc., also deal with the call money, because this is a source of earning for them. If they are lending money to somebody for a 1 or 2, so they will earn the interest on that amount. Okay, so certain other companies are also taking part in that. So it's a market over the telephone. Personally, you don't have to meet, they have the mutual understanding because they are continuously dealing. I'm sorry. The maturity period of call money are extremely short and varies from 1 day to 15 days, and its liquidity is just next to cash. It's absolutely liquid, and its period can be extended till 15 days. From 1 day to 15 days, this can be extended, right? And its liquidity is just next to cash, means highly liquid transactions are there. Most of the time, banks require call money to meet the minimum requirement of cash reserve ratio. Students, cash reserve ratio, minimum cash requirement. This, every bank has to keep some minimum cash in the bank. Okay, so if they are feeling shortage in that, so they can have, because next day the bank will open and the customers, they will deposit, right? They can borrow also, but we expect that some deposits will come. So for meeting out this requirement, minimum requirement of cash reserve ratio, we can hire from another banks. The interest paid on call money is called call rate. Okay, definitely you have to pay the interest, otherwise no other bank is going to help you out, right? So you have to pay the interest. So what rate you will be paying, that is called call rate. So it's very volatile rate which varies from day to day and sometime from hour to hour. It is very sensible, sensitive. It changes very fast, not only according to the days. even hour to hour this changes. Every hour the rate, or call rate changes. There is an inverse relation between the rate of interest of call money and other securities. See, demand and supply works in the market. If there is a demand of this thing, so another thing's demand decreases, and here if the demand decreases, so this increases. So inverse relationship is there between the interest of call money and other securities. When rate of interest of call money increases, the other security became cheap. Understood that? And when the interest rate decreases in the call money, then other securities rate increases. All right, the reverse rates are there. Next we have, this is the next instrument of the money market. The first one was your call money, and second one is treasury bill. So what is this treasury bill? Treasury bill are issued by the Reserve Bank of India, and it is the safest because it is issued by the RBI on behalf of the government of India. All right. These bills enable government to get short-term borrowings, as these bills are sold to banks and general public. Have you understood something? RBI is selling these treasury bill to the other banks or the common man, right? They are purchasing. Purchasing means paying money. So Reserve Bank of India, they are providing money to the RBI on behalf of the government. Suppose government wants 20 crore rupees. So it has given the instruction to RBI to arrange this money. So RBI is issuing treasury bill to the people, and we are purchasing this treasury bill from the RBI. Are you getting, students? जैसे कि हम कोई शेयर खरीदते हैं या डिबेंचर खरीदते हैं, ऐसे ही हम RBI के ट्रेजरी बिल खरीद लेते हैं. खरीदना यानी कि वी मेक दैम पेमेंट. तो रिजर्व बैंक बेच रहा है, हम खरीद रहे हैं, तो बेचने वाले के पास पैसे जमा होते जाते हैं. सो रेस्ट ऑफ द बैंक्स दे हैव परचेज दीज, एंड द कॉमन मैन दे हैव परचेज. So this way Reserve Bank of India collects money which is required by the government. All right. So how we are getting? As we have studied about the zero coupon bond in 11th standard, or deep discounted bonds. So this works like that. I tell you, suppose for example, one treasury bill, this its face value is 2000 rupees. Okay. But it has been issued to me, or issued to the banks, or issued to the rest of the people at discounted rate, right? Means zero interest, यानी कि कोई इस पे हमें interest नहीं मिलेगा, but deep discount is there, which will be termed as a interest. So in this example, 2000 is the face value, and they have issued it to me at 1900 rupees. Okay, they issued me at 1900, and its face value is 2000. So I have purchased it for suppose 2 months or 3 months. So after 2 or 3 months, whatever the time period has been mentioned in this, I will return this treasury bill to the Reserve Bank of India, and RBI will pay me the face value, right? So RBI will pay me 2000 rupees. Although I have paid 1900, but I'm receiving 2000 rupees. So you have earned this 100 rupees during this time period. So you can take it as a rate of interest, or you can take it as the discount, or whatever you take. So this is your earning during this period. So this way the treasury bills work. Okay. Next we have commercial bills. Commercial bills, or we call them the trade bills or accommodation bill also. This we have studied in 11th standard accountancy, bill of exchange, students. This is the accommodation bill where the party writes and accepted by another one for the mutual help. This is not the real one. Okay. So trade bill or accommodation bill, or bills drawn by one business firm on another. These are common instruments used in credit purposes for sale. These have short-term maturity period, generally 90 days, and can be discounted with bank even before the maturity period. Well, I just remind you, students, how this works. One party needs money, right? So it takes help from the another business party. So this party writes the bill, and another one accepts it. Depends who needs money. Suppose Mr. A needs money. Okay, so he requests Mr. B. Okay, he requests Mr. B that you write the bill, I will accept it. Okay, No, the person who needs money, he writes the bill, another one accepts and give it to them, so they receive the bills receivable, BR, right? So when you have a BR, bills receivable, you can get it discounted from the bank and you can have the money, right? So that way you are helping. And sometimes both the parties, Mr. A and B, both the parties need money. Okay, so they are writing it for mutual help. They can write one bill for the heavy amount and both of them they share that, and they can write it on each other, right? So this way this bill is working, commercial bills are working, and that way they are helping each other for the short time of the period. They are arranging money from the bank, they get it discounted from the bank and they get money, and of course they have to pay the interest on that, means discounted amount. Next is your commercial paper. Commercial papers was introduced in India for the first time in 1990, right? It is an unsecured promissory note issued by the public or private sector companies. Students, this work in case of the companies whose goodwill is very good, okay, and these are the unsecured loan kind of thing. And it's good for those companies whose reputation is nice. So if they issue these paper, so people, they apply for this and they purchase this. If any new company issue the commercial papers, so nobody is going to buy, because these are unsecured, right? And we don't know about the newly established company, either this is going to return our money or it won't return, right? So that is suspected for us. So this works for those companies whose reputation is good and those which are already established in the market. Okay, so with a fixed maturity period which vary from 15 days to 1 year. Since commercial papers are unsecured, so these can be issued by the companies having good reputation and credit worthiness. The commercial banks and mutual funds are the main investors of the commercial paper. So fund raised through commercial paper are used to meet the flotation cost. This is known as the bridge financing. For example, they are taking that if you want to establish your new office building, machinery, so and so, so you need money, so you have two options. Either you issue the shares and debenture. For issuing the share and debenture, you have to spend some money, flotation cost we call it, like a publicity, advertisement, printing the prospectus, and so many other, brokerage, underwriting commission. These all expenses you have to do. So these are called the flotation costs. If you want to save these costs, so better you issue the commercial paper and you can have this money. All right. But remember, students, this work for the companies which are already established in the market and having good credit worthiness. Next we have credit of deposits. So it's a time or deposit which can be sold in the secondary market. Only a bank can issue a CD, means credit of deposits. It's a bearer certificate or document of title. It's also a negotiable instrument and can be transferred easily. CD is issued by the bank against the deposits kept by the companies and institution. The time period of CD ranges from 91 days to 1 year. These can be issued to individuals, corporations, and companies during period of tight liquidity and when the deposits growth of bank is slow but the demand of credit is high. Students, you can understand this point with the help of FD, fixed deposit. Okay, this works like a fixed deposit, although this is completely different from the FD. FD is done by the normal individual like you and me, but this is done by the companies. Okay, it's telling that companies and various institutions, right, which is availing this CD, means what happens, they deposit their money and they get a certificate, bearer certificate or documents of the title that they have deposited this much money with the bank. Okay, and CD is issued by the banks against the deposit. Is that clear? Means the amount which you have deposited in the bank is issuing one certificate that so and so company has deposited 50 lakh rupees with me. So you have a certificate of 50 lakh rupees. Okay, these are negotiable, you can transfer it, right? So the time period of CD ranges from 91 days to 1 year. You can have the loan on that. Okay, so only a bank can issue. It's a bearer certificate or document of title. It's also a negotiable instrument and can be transferred easily. Understood that? You can transfer to somebody. If you have to pay to somebody 40 lakhs, so you can transfer this meanwhile. All right, so this works like this. Now, as I have told you, this works like FD, but it is different from FD. So what are the differences between certificate of deposit and fixed deposit? So CDs are freely negotiable. You know that we have discussed these are freely negotiable. You can transfer to somebody. If you have to pay money or receive money, you can accept it. But FDs, fixed deposits, are not negotiable. You keep it's in on your own name. You might be knowing about the FDs. If you don't know, ask your parents. The name is specified, so money is transferred in the account of that individual only. Okay, you can't transfer it to somebody else. You can't say that the bearer will have the money from the bank. No, this goes into your bank account. Next one is CD can be issued for a period of 91 days to 1 year, right? This is the period of CD, I mean certificate of deposits generally, but your FD is issued from 14 days to unlimited time of period. You can do the FD. And CDs are issued at a discount on the actual amount of deposit held. CDs are issued at a discount on the actual amount of deposit held, right? So you can issue it at discount, as we have discussed in case of this treasury bill, of course. Okay, but FDs are issued for the actual amount of the deposit held. Whatever amount you are depositing, these are issued for that particular amount. Okay, but this can be issued at a discount जो आपने amount deposit किया है. Okay, so there are the different money market instruments we have discussed, so available for different sectors. See, the different instruments are there, right? Different instruments are there, so these are availed by the different institutions. Some instrument suits to one institution and another one suits to another one. So there is a list. Generally these are availed by which kind of institutions. It's telling that government and semi-government, generally treasury bill is suitable to them, government securities and public sector units bond. Okay, these things are, these securities or instruments are suitable to the government and semi-government. And private companies, what suits to the private company? Trade bill, commercial papers and certificate of deposits. And call money, we have discussed that, specially working in the banks, interbank transactions are there. Call money is suitable to the banks. Okay, so here we have completed these instruments of money market we have completed. All right, where you want to have the money, so these instruments are there in the private sector. You can avail from all these. Next topic we have capital market, meaning and its definition. So this topic we will be taking in the next class. That's all for today. So students, don't take the things lightly. Keep learning, keep practicing. Okay, first learn and then make your notes and post it on WhatsApp. So that will be very helpful to you. Okay, thank you.